I've been living here in Romania for about 6 weeks now, and it's actually my last day here. And I haven't actually tried too many Romanian foods. I've been traveling a lot to other countries nearby. So today I'm going to eat nothing but Romanian food to make sure I try the best dishes before I leave. Only thing is though, the main protein here is pork, and pork is one of my least favorite foods. I really dislike pork, so I'm gonna try to eat my way through Romania while eating my way around the pork.
First dish is the one I've most wanted to try since arriving in Romania. Sarmale are Romanian cabbage rolls, and they're served on holidays and celebrations. They're stuffed with pork and rice and served with polenta on the side, which is just cornmeal, water, salt, and butter.
We have the first meal, cabbage rolls and polenta. It smells very nostalgic to me. I don't really know what it is. I can remember when I was in kindergarten, they used to feed us at school, and there was a food that smelled like this. I think it's the tomato sauce that is the way they made it. I don't know what it is, but let's try it. I've always wanted to try cabbage rolls. There was this girl in high school that was Romanian, and I remember she put cabbage rolls on her story, and it just looked very delicious, and so I'm curious to try it, but it has pork inside, and you guys know I don't like pork, so let's try it. That was really good. I like it. I probably would like it more if it were a different type of meat, like if it were beef, most likely. I think if I tried the meat by itself, I wouldn't love it. Let's see. No, I do like it. I love the way it's cooked. I think it's cooked in like tomato sauce or something. It's actually really delicious. I already had good expectations, but I'm even more pleasantly surprised, I have to say. It also comes with a bit of polenta. I like cornmeal, obviously. Arepas are made out of cornmeal, so I'm expecting it to taste like a soft arepa, which could be wrong. Let's try it. Very creamy. I do like that. I am liking this meal a lot, I have to say. It doesn't taste like arepa because it's soft. What it tastes like is when you have hallacas, which are like tamales, but Venezuelan. You know how it's made out of cornmeal as well, but it's soft and cooked? It's kind of like that, I suppose, which I love. Now I want to try the cabbage roll with the polenta. You have to try it in all different ways. I like to try my food in different ways. Maybe this is me playing with my food, but it's what I like to do. Tastes good together, tastes good apart. I don't even know how to eat this because it tastes good pretty much all the ways that I try it. I'm also trying to think of a rating because the servers at the restaurant are literally staring at me, like just standing. So I'm trying to objectively rate it without feeling pressured because they're right beside me. I don't know if I should rate them separately or together. I guess since they came together, I'll rate them together. I think I'm gonna go 7.7. The cabbage roll has a great flavor. I don't know, just the elements. Nothing is overpowering. It just like all fits together very cohesively, in my opinion.
Ardei umpluti is stuffed peppers. It's usually stuffed with a mixture of ground pork and rice, cooked in tomato sauce and sour cream, but this one, unfortunately, was only pork.
I ordered all of these from the same restaurant because I'm gonna be working later today. This is a completely normal day for me. I work remotely from here. I'm just on a vacation, so I have a pretty regular day, which means that in the middle of my day, I don't want to have to go too far from home to find like a traditional Romanian restaurant. What I did instead is I just ordered it from that restaurant that I went to this morning. This, I'm going to show you. What I'm having now is some stuffed peppers. From the menu, I think it was stuffed with meat for sure, probably rice in here as well. There's this white cream here, but I'm not really a big fan of like sour cream and stuff like that, so I don't think it's necessary. I love stuffed peppers. I've had stuffed peppers before. I've had them actually here in Romania, not at this specific restaurant, and not with meat. The other restaurant just had rice, so I'm really excited to try this one. I don't love how it's soaked in sauce. I'm just not a big fan of like a lot of sauce, if that makes sense. So I'm not a fan of that, but let's try it. I think I don't even have any pepper here. I think I just have the inside, so hopefully it's good. It looks like it's some meat and stuff, so. This is really good. I thought the last meal was good, and it was. But this is delicious. Wow. I love stuffed peppers, but this meat in it is a game changer. It's even better. The surprising thing is I think this meat might be pork as well. So far, none of the food that I've had here in Romania is spicy at all. But I feel like it still has good flavor. Again, I don't love that I feel like I'm like taking my food out of sauce, it feels like. Which I'm not a fan of, personally. Anyway, stuffed peppers in general, I would give an 8.8. But because this one is meat and it doesn't seem to have rice mixed in as well, which I really like. I think it's a nice texture inside of the... Because the issue with this is that the meat, it's not like ground beef that is all separated inside, if that makes sense. It's almost like a meatball inside of it, if that makes sense. So it's all together. So when you cut into it, it all kind of breaks apart in a weird way. Whereas rice has a different consistency and I feel like it kind of keeps everything together nicely. So that makes it an 8.8. Because this is just meat, I'm going to go down to, let's say 7.7. So first and second meal are both 7.7 so far. But stuffed peppers in general, like Romanian stuffed peppers, the ones that have rice, I'd give a slightly higher rating. Just not this particular one because it's literally just straight meat inside of the pepper, which I'm not really a fan of. So between meals, I'm not doing anything too crazy, just working. It's also my last day, so I have to pack. So maybe let's do a little bit of that in the meantime. Otherwise, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna miss my flight if I don't pack, or I'm gonna leave without my stuff. Either way, it's not gonna be good. So I'm gonna do a little bit of packing right now before we have the next meal. All right, so we have got our next meal also from restaurant number 1.
Chiftele are Romanian meatballs made of minced pork and served with mashed potatoes.
It's basically these meatballs. Pretty sure they're made of pork, so again, not sure how much I'm gonna like them, but I feel like I see them everywhere, so I figured this is like a very traditional, typical thing that I should try. So I'm gonna try it, and it also comes with some potatoes. I'm pretty sure this is mashed potatoes, so let's try the mashed potatoes first. I like mashed potatoes, but I feel like I have a feeling Americans make the best mashed potatoes, like nice and garlicky and buttery and stuff like that. Like, probably not very healthy, but I have a feeling when I compare European mashed potatoes, I know this is specifically Romanian, but I feel like in general, it's gonna be healthier here, which is gonna make it bad, if that makes sense. Let's try it. Yeah, this doesn't compare to American mashed potatoes. It literally tastes like they just mash the potatoes and that's it. Whereas at least I'm Canadian, but it seems like it's kind of the same in Canada and the States when it comes to mashed potatoes, where it's mixed in. It has like butter, garlic mixed in at least, and sometimes maybe other things, I don't know. But it's just better, nicer consistency, more seasoned. This is literally just straight potato, which is fine. Potatoes taste good, but I've definitely had better. There's kind of, you can see the consistency, how it kind of is like a block of potato instead of creamy. I feel like it's more of a side dish. The main dish really is, or not main dish, but the main part of the meal is these meatballs. Again, this is pork and I don't like pork, so keep that in consideration when I rate this. Let's try it. They're not the worst meatballs I've ever had. Certainly not my favorite either, because at some point in my life I have definitely had meatballs that are made with beef, and I just prefer beef. I don't like pork. But I have to say, considering the fact that it's pork, it's quite good. It really isn't the worst though. I usually find pork to be very, I don't know how to explain it, kind of moist in a way that I don't like. And this isn't really like that, so I do like that portion. It seems, I think I need to look more into the process of how they make these meatballs, but it looks like they do something on the outside of it to make it, it's not really crispy, but a little bit hard, I suppose, on the outside. I don't know, it has a decent texture and consistency. Yeah, it's not bad. I think I just wish that it wasn't pork, and could be seasoned better for sure. If you guys go watch my Albania video, I had a meatball there. One of the best meatballs I've had in my life. It melted in my mouth. So good. Recommend watching that video. Some good foods in that one. If these meatballs were hidden amongst other foods, for example, if it was hidden amongst pasta or something like that, then it would be better. But these, when you serve meatballs alone, I feel like they have to be spot on. Like in that Albanian food video, spot on. You can just eat it alone. This isn't really at that level. Like eating it alone. What is that? Okay, this is what I mean. I don't know what that is. Anyway, when you serve it alone, it has to be at a certain level. I hold it to a different standard. I'm gonna rate this an even 5. 5, yeah. Not bad, but I've tried it, that's it. I probably wouldn't repeat it. Don't love, don't hate, It's just okay. To be fair though, considering it's pork and I find it okay rather than bad, then maybe for someone else it would be like a 6, 6.5, 7. So again, take my biases into consideration. Final rating, 5.
I found out later that Chiftele is a Romanian attempt at kofta, which significantly lowers my rating because just considering how delicious kofta is, this Chiftele did not even come nearly close, remotely. Anyway, overall in Romanian food, there were a couple dishes that I tried that I did like, but I wouldn't say that the food itself is a huge selling point for Romania. I think there are a lot of more interesting things about Romania than the food. But yeah, it was still fun to do this and try out different foods and try out everything that I had on my list, everything that had caught my eye. And I'll see you next week for another video.